A little bit of a heavy hood. It's still all mostly original and unfortunately leaking coolant, or water in this case, all the time. I've looked quite a bit for any old stock anywhere of gaskets or what to even use for gasket material in case we were going to do the head gaskets. Didn't really find much. So I think it's just going to live out the rest of its life with water, perhaps. I mean, it gets, you know, antifreeze gets put in the wintertime when it gets stored, because it does go in a garage that's, well, it gets below freezing on occasion in the wintertime. But it's not like this thing's driven all the time. It gets used in parades and stuff like that. And we put it out on the front lawn here at work on occasion, well, most every morning if I'm here. And people like it. It's cool. I haven't really done a walk around or anything on it before. So I suppose this could be that video. It still has a lot of stuff on it that works. I mean, obviously the lights, hit or miss on those. The wiring is in need of some assistance. And that's my thing. I do a lot of wiring here. I obviously want to try and keep it as original as possible, but I mean, it's been modified over the last who knows how many years. And it hasn't been in service for a long time. So some of this stuff is probably older than me, even the modified stuff. But what I think is the neatest part, this thing still has a working dash light. Oh, it's too bad none of the gauges really work except for the vacuum gauge, and I think maybe oil pressure. I think that one works. Maybe speedometer. I've never driven it on the road, so I'm not sure about that. Still has, as far as I can tell, all the gear that would come on this thing. The ladders, it's full of hoses. I don't think the pump works anymore. Yeah, I don't think we've tried to use it. It has not been tried for a long time, probably. It is a really neat old truck. The memories this thing has. I mean, the gauges are still intact. And they look like they've got liquid in them, which I think is probably normal. I'm not really sure. I'd love to go through and polish stuff on this, but I think it would take away from the, I'm not exactly sure what you'd call it. I mean, my boss calls it patina. You know, we haven't tried to restore it really at all. Yeah. It is a neat rig though. That, I don't know what you'd call it, a siren. It does still work. The battery's got to be pretty high up for that to spin as fast as I think it should go. I don't think the generator's charging this very well, if at all. I put it on the charger about once every, I don't know, a couple of weeks, because it'll start starting hard. But yeah, it's a neat truck. It really is. I wish I had a tripod for the camera. I would show the engine firing up, but this thing's kind of a handful as it is, and I'm by myself right now, so. But yeah, it's neat. Kind of letting my ADHD take over a little bit here, just kind of bouncing around, showing you different stuff. Even I haven't really looked in here before. I think what is more mind-blowing is that, as far as I know, all the attachments, I think, and I've been told that they're all still current style attachments to be used on newer equipment. Like, I don't know if like all this stuff is the same or if it's just the couplings. on the in and the outs. But I guess that's a thing. It might even be some sort of a, dare I say, prehistoric battery tender plug-in, but I'm not certain. If that truly is where a 6-volt thing goes in, I'm gonna make something that plugs into that, because I would much rather keep this thing topped off all the time. It is so cool. I can't get over it. My boss actually gets jealous because I'll drive it in and out of the shop before he gets a chance to sometimes. Because this is his baby. He was firefighter for years. And the town didn't have a place for it anymore, and they didn't know what to do with it, so they sold it to him. Anyway, thanks for watching.